How many great ideas have died inside your company? I don't mean bad ideas, I mean the brilliant ones. The ones that could have changed everything. And why did they die? Not because they weren't valuable, but because they couldn't survive the business case. You were asked to predict the future, to put an exact number on a brilliant uncertainty, and you couldn't. Today I'm going to show you a better way, a strategy that protects good ideas from bad processes. This right here is the problem. We treat innovation like a single, massive, all or nothing bet. We force ourselves into a corner, making one huge decision with very little information. But here's the secret. The smartest innovators don't gamble. They buy options. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to do it too. And you'll want to stick around to the end because I'll show you how this exact method can help you uncover truly disruptive ideas that your competitors will never see coming.
Ugh, these old things are useless. Wow, what's this?
First, we need to quickly align on two big ideas. The first is jobs to be done. It's a simple concept with profound implications. People don't buy products, they hire them to get a specific job done. They don't want a lawnmower, they want to maintain a well-manicured lawn. Your job isn't to sell the better lawnmower, it's to help them get their job done better. The second big idea is a real option. Forget the complex finance jargon. A real option is simply paying a small price today for the right, but not the obligation, to make a bigger decision later, when you have more information. It's the strategic power of saying maybe. Now, when we combine these two ideas, something powerful happens. The uncertainty that jobs to be done research uncovers is no longer a liability in your business case. It's an asset you can manage. You stop funding products and you start funding learning. So let's see how this works in practice. On the left side is the old way, one giant gate you have to pass through. On the right side is our new way, a series of smaller, smarter investment decisions. Your first investment is tiny. You're not funding a product. You're buying the option to explore. You're conducting just a few interviews to see if there's a real customer struggle worth solving. At this stage, you're a detective looking for clues. If the clues are promising, you exercise your option and make a second, slightly larger investment. You're buying the option to validate. Now you do the deep work, mapping out the entire customer job and using quantitative surveys to find the biggest, most statistically significant pain points. You're no longer just a detective, you're a cartographer, mapping the terrain of customer value. Only now, with a map in hand showing you exactly where the treasure is buried, do you invest in building something. You're buying the option to build. But you're not building the whole castle. You're building a targeted MVP to see if your solution actually solves the specific problem you identified. At this stage, you're a scientist running a critical experiment. Now for the part I promised. Following these stages will make you incredibly effective at creating better versions of existing solutions. But if you want to find true disruption, this framework gives you the space to ask a much more powerful question at every single gate. Instead of just asking how to get one step done better, you can ask, is there a solution that gets the entire job done in a completely new way? You elevate the level of abstraction. You stop thinking about cutting wood and start thinking about creating shelter. That's when your solution stops being a better saw and starts becoming a house printer. Fewer visible features, lower cost, and a radically better outcome. This is how true disruption happens. This isn't a fantasy. Think about it. Netflix didn't just rent movies better than Blockbuster. They got the higher level job of being entertained at home done in a completely new way, eliminating the job of going to the video store entirely. So stop making big gambles. Start with small, smart investments, buy the option to explore, then the option to validate, and finally the option to build. Make your decisions based on what you learn, not what you guess. Now, this was a high-level overview. If you want the detailed strategic breakdown of this entire framework, including a table of creativity triggers that you can use to find those disruptive ideas, I've written a comprehensive article on my Substack. It's designed for you to share with your team. The link is right there in the description. Before you go, do me a favor and leave a comment below. What's one innovation project that you've seen that could have been saved by this option-based approach? I'd love to hear your story. And of course, if you want more practical strategies to make your innovation efforts actually pay off, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell. Thanks for watching.